Hey friends, this is Sabi. Today I'm going to speak as it is a Good Friday. I want to speak very important topic that you died with Jesus. Why I said you died with Christ. That is actually how the scripture says. I want to make it very clear. Many times we only speak about that Jesus died for us. Yes, this is the truth. But there's also one more truth that Jesus died as us. Two truths. So what are we going to see in these two truths? It's very important. When I say you died with Jesus Christ, so on this Good Friday, when I'm thinking that you also died with Jesus Christ, there's something very important out over here. There are some verses like Romans chapter 6 verse 5, 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 11, and Colossians chapter 2 verse 20. These are the things which gives us a background that you died with Christ. Here it says that as you are united with Him in His that you also shall be united with Him in His resurrection. It is very clearly. Here now it speaks about the unification in His death. That you died with Him. This is out over here. And as it says that over here, Jesus died as us. That means here when Jesus was crucified, you also was co-crucified with Jesus out over there. When He died on the cross, you also died. Now you might be asking me this question. When Jesus died, I was not even born. Yes, this is a logical question, but let me tell you, as it says scripturally, it is you should see just yourself consider like Christ died for you currently, and you died with Him at that point. It speaks about then your life that you died with Christ and you will become alive with Christ. So I don't want you to measure in terms of time. I want to take you to your reality that it's not about time, it's about something that really happened to you when Jesus died on the cross. You also died with Him and you also rose with Him. So you need to recall yourself. You need to consider yourself that you all died with Christ, now you also even raised with Christ. And this is the truth. This is the truth of the matter that you died with Him. This is the Good Friday. This is the reality. This is what you need to go. And only not Jesus died for you, that you also died with Jesus on the cross. Not only you died, but you also got raised. But let me speak about raised in future, but my topics. But right now, I want to speak that you died with Him on the cross. I mean, the book of Timothy says this very clearly. That this is a faithful saying. That if you have died with Him, wow, it says if you died with Him, you will also be alive with Him. Wow, it's just a faithful, it's a living statement. It says it's very clearly, this is a faithful statement. What statement was it is stated forever? It is stated that this thing. Secondly, if you can see in the book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 20, it says, if you have died with Christ to the elementary presence of the world, here also it comes from there died with Christ. There are many other scriptures which says you died with Christ, but I want to focus on these three important scriptures that is gives you a sure guarantee that you died with Christ. So I want you to know this thing that when Jesus died on the cross, you are also on that cross. You need to recall yourself that you died with Jesus, and when you died for what you died? You died for your old self. And now you are a new self. You had your old self, which was a sin nature and all the fleshly things that associated with sin. You have been dead, you have been finished. So now you cannot even think of sin because you have died to sin. You have died, you have finished. Where? On the cross. It's not only Jesus died on the cross for our sin, but even we died with Jesus for the sins. All this sin, we also died. Now this sin is over because we died with Christ. Wow, I like this thing that even I died with Christ. Now sin has no longer power over us because now we have been raised. Now we have been raised to a new you. So sin has no longer power over us. We were raised with Christ. I will speak to on the resurrection of Christ in my next series, but I want to focus on this thing. You always see yourself that over here. Today, as this is a Good Friday, you see yourself. You have been completely dead out over here, and no longer sin will ever have power because Jesus has dealt with this sin out when He resurrected. So you know this thing. You have been dead on the cross and you have been dead to sin, and it's over. The Good Friday is not only about Jesus, it's also even about you out over there. That only not Jesus forgive you of your sin, but even your sin. That your sin was nailed out over here. It is through the body of Jesus Christ, but even you are dead. So sin has no longer power over you. You are dead to sin and are finished with the sin. Now you should walk in the newness of life.